Hey there! It's amazing how often when I sit down with my clients to teach them how to manage their WordPress websites, it's amazing how many times I've seen websites that don't have backups set up. It's just amazing. It's amazing how many times I've seen this, and it's a problem because you've probably spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on your website, and if you don't have any backups in place, then you could lose it all and you got to start from scratch again. So it's really important. So in this video, there's going to be no excuse. I'm actually going to show you how to set up a backup plugin on your website right here, right now. So pull out your website, log into the back end, and let's get started. So it has to be a WordPress website, okay? So you got to have a WordPress website to follow this tutorial. So if you've got one of those, great. If you don't, I'm sorry, I can't help you. You'll probably have to go back to your developer to help you with that. Okay, so let's jump right in, shall we? So the thing is, what you're going to need to do is log in to your dashboard. Then what we're going to do is go down to plugins, and we're going to add a new plugin. We're going to go to the search plugins field and type in Updraft plus, all one word and lowercase. Then you'll see the very first option here, Updraft plus WordPress backup plugin. That's one we want, so we'll install that. So we know it's good because there's 2+ million active installations with over 3,000 5-star reviews. Pretty awesome. And the most important thing is it was updated 4 days ago, which means that the developers of the plugin are constantly updating it and making it better for us users. So these are all good green flags, green ticks of approval. Okay, so now that's installed. We're going to activate it. Okay, so when you first install it, you'll see this pop-up window, Updraft Plus settings. Press here to get started or to start. I'm going to just close this off because I've already seen this, but I'm going to take you through it anyway. Feel free to go through that tour if you would like. Okay, so the very first thing I need to explain to you is that there's on-server backups and there's off-server backups. So I'm actually going to teach you how to set up off-server backups, because having your backups sit on the same server or the same computer that your website's sitting on is fine, but imagine this, right? Somebody hacks into your website and to your server and deletes your website and also deletes your backup files. So it's kind of a bit of a pointless exercise if you're going to be backing up to the server. Now, there's an argument that, the host will back up your website. Yes, it does, but you should never rely on them 100%, okay? You need to have your own backup set, just in case you need to restore very quickly. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the settings tab now. So we're going to click on the settings tab, and you'll see files backup schedule and database backup schedule. Now I'm going to leave these for a moment, and we're going to set up Google Drive. We're going to send the backups to our Google Drive account. So you need a Google account, a Gmail account. Can be a free Gmail account that you might have set up. So you'll need to use that to log in. I'll show you how to do that. So we've got, we're going to select the Google Drive account or option. Now, it's going to go to a folder called Updraft Plus. It's fine. If we want to set that manually to something else, then we need to buy the premium version of Updraft Plus. Okay, so then what we do is just scroll down to the bottom and click Save Changes. Then this pop-up's going to appear, and we're going to click this link, follow this link to authorize access to your Google Drive account. So I'll click on that. Then we're going to select, so you either need to sign into your account, or if you're already signed in, you would then select which one you've got. Obviously I've got multiple, so I'm going to choose the very bottom one. Then it's going to say Updraft Plus wants to access your Google account. I'm going to allow that. Then a big orange screen comes up, and then all we have to do is click on the complete setup button. And now that's done. So there's a message right at the top saying, "Success, you have authenticated your Google Drive account." So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a backup. So I'll click the backup now button, and you'll see 3 options here. The first one is include your database in the backup. Now your database is essential, okay? It's like just so critical, because that is the that is where all the text and everything is stored. Okay, so all the content of your website is stored in the database. So if you lose the files of the back of your website, like the plugins and the theme files and all that sort of thing, that can cause a problem, but it's not so bad if you've lost your database, because your database is pretty much all the content. So important to have database backups. Also important to have file backups, but the most important backup to have is your database. Well, so we've got to just make sure that those three are ticked. So include your database, include your files, and then send this backup to remote storage, which is Google Drive in our case. Then we're going to go back up now, and then that will run a backup. So you'll see a bar that you can sit and watch if you want, or you can close down your website and go and, I don't know, watch your favorite Netflix episode, or grab a coffee or whatever, or go and do something else, and then you can come back later and check to make sure that this is done. But I want to show you what it looks like when it's done, so you know what you're looking for. On some hosts, it can take a bit of time, depends on how big your website is. So the backup is now complete. So you'll see 5 folders here, or five file bases here. So database, plugins, themes, uploads, and others. So that's all very good. Now we can see a little Google Drive icon here as well, which means that it says remote storage Google Drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google. I'm going to go into my Google account, which I set the backups to go to, and I'm going to go into the Drive folder, and then I'm going to see a folder called Updraft Plus, which is great. So this is what you should be seeing in your Google Drive as well. And then we just double click on that, and voila, we see the same file sets. So we've got plugins, themes, uploads, others, and database. The next thing we need to do, so now that we got that working, is we now need to set it up so that it's automatic, because we don't really want to be doing this all the time, do we? So we go to settings, and we go up to the very top section here, file backup, schedule. We click weekly. Now you can do daily if you want, it's up to you. I normally just go weekly on the file base and have 4 weeks worth. And then on the database, I go daily, and I have 14 days worth of backups. Okay, so, and then that's it. Go down and save the changes. And then what's going to happen is it's going to do an automatic, another automatic backup. And then depending on the settings, so if it's week, so from a week today, it will run another file backup, and every day it's going to run a daily backup. So that's all you have to do to protect your very valuable online asset, which is your website. So if you don't have this, I really encourage you to take this warning, heed this warning, and set this up in your website now. Look, if you can't do it yourself, then send this video to your developer or somebody that you know that can do this for you, and get them to do it, because it's so important. Okay, you might already have backups already installed on your site, so if you're not sure, go back to your developer. And if you want me to go in and have a look and ensure that your site is all backed up and all secure, then I'm happy to go in and have a look as well. Just let me know, PM me, and we'll have a talk and go from there. So that's it, guys. So thank you so much, and I hope you got something out of this. Please back up your site because it's so important. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.